Good day, class. Today we're going to discuss the zeros, intercepts, and asymptotes. Now, what are the first thing that you need to remember? Okay, so first, when we say zeros, those are the values of x which make the rational function be equal to zero. Now, when we say intercept, there is a point of intersection of the graph and axis. So it's either on the x-axis or y-axis. Sa final answer, once na kinompute na natin yung intercept, lagi natin ito sinusulat as ordered pairs. Okay? Now, how about asymptotes? When we say asymptotes, a straight line that constantly approaches a given curve but does not meet at any infinite distance. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan, let's have this given. Now, in this given, we have an f of x is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Now, we need to compute this one, okay? The zeros, the x-intercept, y-intercept, vertical asymptotes, and horizontal asymptotes. First, ano nga ba ulit yung zeros? Again, we'll make the given rational function be equal to zeros and the zeros of numerator that are not zeros of denominator. Therefore, ang main focus natin dito ay yung zeros ng numerator. Okay? Once na kinompute na natin yung zeros of rational function, our main point in this one is kukunin natin yung value ng x sa numerator. Are we clear? Okay. Now, let's proceed to the procedure. Okay? So in this one, again, the given is f of x is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. So this is the given. Again, we have a procedure or step in order to solve this one. Step 1, we need to find the factors of the numerator and denominator. Find the factors of numerator and denominator. So, paano yung gagawin? Kukunin niyo yung factoring of trinomial. Clear? So, ayun. So, factoring of trinomial yung gagawin natin, class. So, previously, last first quarter, we already discussed the factoring of trinomial doon sa part ng operations of function under division of function. So as you remember, for those students na medyo nahihirapan pa sa factoring of trinomial, you can still recall yung factoring of trinomial doon sa operations of function. Under yan ang division of function. So, na-discuss natin yung part na yon sa factoring of trinomial. Okay? Kasi, i-apply din natin yan in this step 1. Okay? So, you need to factor this one, the numerator and denominator, and then ito na yon. Ngayon, class, if you want to know kung tama ba yung pag-factor out nyo, again, we have a checking. Ang checking natin dito is yung FOIL method. If a FOIL method natin to, it will become 3x plus 2, then x minus 1. Okay? So, again, what is a FOIL method? FOIL method stands for first, outer, inner, last. So, again, we have 3x times x, that will be 3x squared. 3x times negative 1, that is negative 3x. 2 times x, that is positive 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Ngayon, combine all the like terms. We have 3x squared, 3x plus 2x. Okay, negative 3x. By the way, negative 3x plus 2x, that is negative x. Okay, negative x minus 2. So, ayan na po. Ngayon, nag-come up tayo sa original given. Tama ba? Yes. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung pag-compute ninyo. Clear? O, again, itong FOIL method is already discussed din to sa operations of function under multiplication. Okay? So, for those students na you want to recall yung mga previous topic, pwede kasi nandun pa rin naman yung video natin, clear, okay. So, in this one kasi class, more on application tayo ng na-discuss natin before. Katulad niyan, step 1, you need to factor out. Pa-factor out nyo to, okay, using factoring of trinomial. So, ito na yon. Ngayon, if you want to double check if that is correct, use the FOIL method. Okay, again, operations of function under multiplication. Ito, na-discuss din yung FOIL method. Okay, ayan. So, tama yung ating pag-factor out. Ngayon, kung gusto nyo ring i-double check yung denominator, same procedure, apply the FOIL method. And then it will come up sa original given. Are we clear? Okay, ayan na. Ngayon, so since na-double check nyo na tama yung ating pag-factor out sa step 1, okay? Step 2, ano yung step 2? Simplify. Very good. Kasi ano ba yung main reason kung bakit ba tayo nagfa-factor out ng given? To simplify the given. For example, in this one, nakita natin na x minus 1 is the same as x minus 1 sa denominator. So, anong gagawin? Ika-cancel out nyo ngayon, class. Okay? Cancel out. So, anong natira? We have 3x plus 2 all over x minus 3. Gets? Okay. Ngayon, after that, anong next? Sa step 3 natin, step 3, get the zeros of numerator. You need to get the zeros of numerator. So meaning, focus na natin dito sa 3x plus 2. Katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, based on the definition, okay, focus kayo sa numerator, which is, ito yun, clear. Okay, ngayon, question, ma'am, kung sa numerator po tayo magpa-focus, bakit pa po natin kailangang i-factor out din yung denominator? Again, hindi nyo kasi maka-cancel yung x minus 1 kung hindi nyo rin finactor out yung denominator. Are we clear? Eh kaya nga tayo nag-factor out para mas simplify yung given. Gets. Ayun na. Okay. So, dito na tayo sa get the zeros of numerator. We have a 3x plus 2 sa part na to. So, anong next? Get the value of x. So, equate nyo ngayon sa 0, yung 2 transpose nyo, it will become 3x is equal to negative 2. Okay? Then, divide both side by 3. Cancel. X is equal to negative 2/3. Are we clear? Negative 2/3. Ayan. So, nakikita ba sa screen? Okay, so we have negative 2/3. Ayun. Okay, so that is the main reason kung paano to nakuha. The zeros of numerator, once again, yung 2 transpose, it will become negative 2. Okay, now, para ma-cancel naman yung 3 na coefficient, divide both side by 3, cancel, x is equal to negative 2/3, and that will be the final answer. Are we clear? Okay, so that is the zeros of rational function. Yung final answer is x is equal to negative 2/3. Clear? Okay. Now, since we already discussed the zeros of rational function, let's proceed to intercept. When we say intercept, we're pertaining to the point of intersection. For example, we have here a line A and line B. So, this is the line A, this is the line B. Tapos may point tayo rito. Anong tawag natin dito? That is the point of intersection. So, ibig sabihin, we're pertaining to the intercept. Okay? Kasi may point of intersection tayo. Ngayon, sa intercept, meron tayong x-intercept and y-intercept. Kapag x-intercept ang pinag-uusapan, to obtain the x-intercept by letting the y be equal to 0. Meaning, okay, to get the x-intercept, let y be equal to 0. So in this part, x-intercept muna yung i-compute natin. Then later on, we will proceed to y-intercept. Okay? So ayun, pay attention tayo class. So again, to get the x-intercept, let y be equal to 0. So, eto yung given natin. May nakikita ba kayo diyang y? Wala? Okay. But previously, okay, sabi natin yung f of x, katumbas yan ng y. Clear? Yung f of x is katumbas ng y. So meaning, it will become y is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Magiging ganito ngayon yan. Clear? O, ngayon, since alam nyo na yung f of x ay y, anong next na gagawin? Change it into 0. Bakit natin gagawing 0? Kasi sabi natin kanina, to get the x-intercept, let y be equal to 0. Clear? Ayun. So, we substitute it to 0. Ngayon, anong next na gagawin natin? Okay. So, we have 0 is equal to a given. So, add 1 as denominator, then cross multiply. Iko-cross multiply nyo ngayon. Okay, so it will become 1 multiply sa 3x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 1 multiply sa x squared minus 4x plus 3. Ganyan. Clear? Okay. By the way, this should be 0. Ayun. Kasi we multiply to 0 sa x squared minus 4x plus 3. Ayun. Okay, kasi nag-cross multiply tayo. Ayun. Now, pay attention class. So, nandito na tayo sa part na to, tama? Okay, so multiply na. We have 1 times 3x squared minus x minus 2. It will become 3x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0 multiply to a given. It will become 0. Gets? Kasi any number multiply to 0, the answer will become 0. So, nakakasunod doon, class? Okay, tandaan ha. Step 1, okay, f of x, change it to y. Then, kapag na-change nyo na into y, yung y, papalitan natin ng 0. Kasi to get the x-intercept, let y be equal to 0. Tandaan yon. Okay, then step 2, cross multiply. Lagi po ba tayong magka-cross multiply? Yes. Okay? Kasi nasa labas ng equal sign yung f of x. Since nasa labas ng equal sign yung f of x, kapag na-change yun na yan into 0, iko-cross multiply nyo na. Clear? Okay, kaya naging ganito. Ngayon, kapag na-cross multiply na, dito na tayo sa step 3. Okay? So, na-simplify na natin. 1 times 3x squared minus x minus 2 is 3x squared minus x minus 2. Then 0 multiply to a given is 0. Ngayon, anong mapapansin nyo? Given kayo ng trinomial. Ayan, nandito na tayo sa side na to. Tama? Okay. So, we need to get the factors of this one. Okay? Kasi, bakit natin ipa-factor out? Kasi we need to get the x value. Kukunin natin yung value ni x. Para makuha yung value ng x, anong gagawin? Factoring. Tandaan. Kapag nandito na kayo sa part na yan, trinomial. So, get the factoring ng trinomial. Clear? Okay. So, kapag finactor out ito, using factoring of trinomial, ano again yung given? We have 3x plus 2 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. Yan yung answer natin for factoring of trinomial kapag pinactor out natin to using factoring of trinomial. Now, how do get, excuse me, paano natin kukunin yung value ng x kapag ganyan na? Okay? Equate both side by 0. So it will become 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then x minus 1 is equal to 0. So yun 2, okay, ililipat nyo sa kabila, transpose, it will become 3x is equal to negative 2. Divide both side by 3. Cancel. X is equal to negative 2/3. Clear? Okay. Now, how about this one? Negative 1, it will become x is equal to 1. Are we clear? Okay. Ngayon, So, paano nyo ngayon isusulat yung final answer? Kasi this is not yet final. Ang final answer natin, sabi natin kanina, dapat naka-ordered pairs. Tandaan ha, the final answer of x-intercept should be in ordered pairs. Okay? Ordered pairs. Meaning, may x value at saka y value. So, since we have two x value, dalawa yung ordered pairs natin. We have negative 2/3 para sa x value. Then, ano yung value ng y? 0. Tandaan. Bakit 0? Kasi 0 yung sinubstitute nyo kanina. Ito oh. To get the x-intercept, let y be equal to 0. So, meaning, 0 yung y. Yung x naman is, eto, kung ano yung nakuha natin kanina. Clear? Okay. And, 1 and 0. So, that is your final answer. Or, ayan. Clear? Yan. So, that will be your final answer na. Clear tayo. Okay, so again, step 1, ang gagawin nyo, change the f of x to y, then change the y to 0. Step 2, cross multiply. Step 3, find the factor ring ng trinomial. Ipa-factor out nyo agad the trinomial to get the value of x. Kapag nakuha nyo na yung value ng x, tandaan, that will be the x value, then yung y nyo should be 0. And that will be the final answer. Clear? Okay, very good. Now, since clear na tayo sa x-intercept, let's proceed to the y-intercept. So, how about the y-intercept? O, vice versa to. Ibig sabihin, dito naman, to get the y-intercept, let x be equal to 0. To get the y-intercept, let x be equal to 0. Anong mangyayari? Again, this f of x is y. Y is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Yan po ngayon yon. Now, anong mangyayari dito? Okay? To get the y-intercept na yung kinukuha. Yung x naman, yung papalitan natin ng 0. Ito. Clear? Itong part na yan. So, it will become y is equal to 3 multiply to 0 squared minus 0 minus 2 all over 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 3. Clear tayo? So, it will become like this. It will become like this. Clear? Okay. Now, anong next step dyan? Simplify. So, any number multiplied to 0, the answer is 0. So, it will become 0. 0 squared is 0. 0, of course. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. So, ang mangyayari dyan, we have 0 minus 2 all over 0 minus 0 plus 3. Anong natira? Ito. Negative 2 third. Yan yung natira. Tama? Okay. Kasi na-cancel na to. This is 0 na. So, we have y is equal to negative 2/3. That will be your y value. Clear? Ngayon, paano yung final answer? The final answer will be like this. Okay? 0, negative 2/3. That will be your y-intercept. Clear? Final answer. Okay? So, yun po. Again, step 1, change the f of x to y. Then, step 2, lahat ng x value papalitan ng 0. Then, step 3, simplify. Okay? So, ayun po. Vice versa lang to ng x-intercept and y-intercept. Clear? Okay. Now, since done na tayo sa x at saka y-intercept, let's proceed to the asymptotes. Again, a straight line that constantly approaches a given curve but does not meet at any infinite distance. Okay, pag sinabi kasing asymptotes class, for example, may Cartesian plane dito. Yan, may Cartesian plane tayo. Tapos, nandito yung line A. Yan yung line A. Tapos yung line B is nandito sa kabila. Yan. Anong mapapansin niyo sa dalawa? So, kung papunta dito yung line B at saka papunta dito yung line A, malapit na silang magtagpo. Pero hindi sila magtatagpo dahil may asymptotic line. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Pag sinabing asymptotes, ito yung dalawang linya na kahit anong gawin natin, never silang magtatagpo. Kasi meron diyang asymptotic line na pumapagitan. It can be a vertical asymptotes or horizontal asymptotes. Okay. Pag sinabing vertical asymptotes, patayo, vertical. Yun yung pumapagitan sa dalawang linya. Okay, vertical asymptotes. Pag sinabing horizontal asymptotes, pahiga. Okay? Again, pumapagitan sa dalawang linya. Ito yung interpretation dito sa part na to, okay? Yan. Ngayon, let's proceed to the vertical asymptotes. Of course, may computation ang vertical asymptotes. To get the vertical asymptotes, zeros of the denominator that are not zeros of numerator. Meaning, ang focus nyo dito is denominator. Kung kanina sa zeros of rational function, ang main focus nyo is numerator, dito sa vertical asymptotes, ang focus nyo is denominator. Very good. Okay, now, if ang focus natin is denominator, we have f of x is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Again, your step 1 would be find the factors of numerator and denominator. If a-factor out nyo ngayon, yung numerator and denominator. Kapag na-factor out nyo na, eto na yun. Okay? Ano yung step 2? Step 2, simplify. Meaning, ika-cancel out nyo ngayon yung pwedeng ma-cancel out. So, we have x minus 1. We have x minus 1 din sa baba. Tama? So, ika-cancel nyo ngayon to. Ngayon, ito na yung main focus natin kasi yan na lang yung natira. In this one, denominator ang kukunin. So we have x minus 3. Therefore, x minus 3, get the value of x, negative 3. Okay, transpose, it will become x is equal to 3. And that will be your vertical asymptotes. Final answer. That will be your vertical asymptotes final answer. Clear. Yun na po yun. Okay? Factor out, simplify, get the zeros of denominator, meaning get the value of x sa denominator, and that will be your final answer. Now, ano yung interpretation niyan? Ibig sabihin, nandun tayo sa x-axis. Okay? Nasaan ba ang x-axis? Ito. X-axis, y-axis. So, sabi natin, x is equal to 3. We have 1, 2, 3. So, meaning, nandito tayo ngayon. Vertical asymptotes, patayo yan. Vertical asymptotes. So, ibig sabihin, may line A dito, tsaka may line B. So, never nagtagpo si line A at tsaka sa line B kasi there is a vertical asymptotes na x is equal to 3. Final answer. Clear? Ayun. Don't worry, excuse me, don't worry class, hindi naman kayo mag-graph. Ayan, walang graphing sa asymptotes natin this quarter. Hindi kayo mag-graph. Pero pinakita ko lang sa inyo para at least ma-visualize nyo kung ano ba yung itsura ng vertical asymptotes. Okay? So, ganyan po yun pagdating sa graph. Clear? Okay. Now, ayan. So, tama yung computation natin. We have x is equal to 3. Okay, very good. Now, kung may vertical asymptotes, syempre, meron din namang horizontal asymptotes. Pag sinabi nating horizontal asymptotes, pahiga naman. Pero in this part, hindi na kayo magko-compute. Okay? Hindi na po kayo magko-compute. Saan lang kayo titingin? Sa degree of exponent. Ano ba yung degree of exponent? We're pertaining to Exponent, of course. Ayan, degree of exponent. So meaning, isang tingin nyo pa lang sa exponent dito, malalaman nyo na what is the horizontal asymptotes. Clear? Okay. So para mas maintindihan, we have three properties. Number one, n is less than m. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Degree of numerator yung n, degree of denominator yung m. Meaning, if the numerator is less than the denominator, tandaan, if the numerator is less than the denominator, ang horizontal asymptotes natin is 0. So for example, we have x squared over x cubed. Numerator 2, denominator 3, mas less than ang numerator, automatically, your horizontal asymptotes is 0. Tandaan yon. Clear? Yon. Ngayon naman, kapag equal, x squared at saka x squared, katulad nito, n is equal to m, saan kayo titingin ngayon? Sa coefficient. Tandaan, sa coefficient kayo titingin. So, kung meron ditong 4 over 1 or 4, 4 lang yan. For example, 4x squared over x squared. 'Di ba? In every variable, meron tayong 1 na coefficient. Tandaan, in every variable, may 1 tayo na coefficient. So, ibig sabihin, it will become 4 over 1 sa part na to. Or simply, 4. Ganon. Nagagets po ba? Ayun. Again, so for example, this one, x squared over x squared. Dito may 4. So, kung titingnan natin, based on the coefficient, kasi equal yung numerator denominator, it will become 4 over 1 or simply 4. So, your y is 4. That is the final answer. Yun po yung tinutukoy natin doon. Okay? Ayun. Clear? Yun. Okay, so tandaan po yan kasi in every variable, there is one na coefficient. In every variable, there is one na exponent na usually hindi na nilalagay kasi understood na po na bawat variable ay meron. Clear? Okay. Number 3, numerator is greater than denominator. For example, we have x cubed over x squared. Mas mataas yung numerator compared to denominator, meaning there is no horizontal asymptotes. Nagkakaintindihan po ba? Okay, ganon. O, ano mapapansin nyo? Ibig sabihin, yung horizontal asymptotes natin were pertaining to the y-axis. While, on the other hand, sa vertical asymptotes were pertaining to the x-axis. Naintindihan na po? So, x-axis to, ito, y-axis. Clear? Okay. Ngayon, let's solve this one. Okay? Tingnan natin ito. So, sabi natin, based on the property, magkapareho ba yung exponent? Yes. So, saan tayo papasok? Dito sa coefficient. Meaning, n is equal to 2, m is equal to 2, equal yan. So, proceed kayo ngayon sa coefficient natin. We have y is equal to 3 over 1, or simply, y is equal to 3. And that will be your horizontal asymptotes. Clear? Okay, so yun lang po. Kapag sinabing horizontal asymptotes. Now, for example, meron tayo ditong Cartesian plane. Okay. Again, so sabi natin sa y tayo, so dito yung y-axis, dito yung x-axis. Kung we have 1, 2, 3, so ito po, so nandito ngayon yung ating horizontal asymptotes. Okay, nandyan ngayon. So, for example, there is a line here, line A, tsaka line B. Ayan. So, hindi nagtagpo yung line A at tsaka line B because there is a y na is equal to 3. Gets? So, that is the horizontal asymptotes. Malinaw po ba? Okay. Ngayon, so, Since clear na tayo sa horizontal asymptotes, ayan, correct yung answer natin, y is equal to 3. So that is the horizontal asymptotes. So in summary, ayan na po. So in summary, the f of x is equal to 3x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Nakuha na po natin yung answer. So we have a zeros, x is equal to negative 2/3. We have an x-intercept, meron tayong negative 2/3, comma 0, and 1 and 0. Then sa y-intercept, we have 0 and negative 2/3. Sa vertical asymptotes, we have x is equal to 3. At saka sa horizontal asymptotes, we have y is equal to 3. So those are the final answer in order to find the zeros, intercepts, and asymptotes. Now, if you have any other question, ayan, pwede po kayong magsabi. Thank you so much. God bless.